Hi everybody, this is Matt. Thanks for watching and welcome back. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about gun safety. I know that there are a lot of new shooters out there, people involved with the shooting sports, and you're watching this channel for the first time. You're not all that experienced in it. Then we have people kind of in the intermediate sector, and then we have some real experts when it comes to firearms. But let's talk about safety and why. It's because of the news stories that I've been reading and hearing about over the last few weeks regarding firearm-related accidents/incidents that normally ended in fatalities. The sad thing is, they could have all been avoided. And usually what happened was people taking a firearm, pointing it at somebody and going, click. In one particular instance that I found really disturbing, you had a couple of guys, fellow gets a hold of a handgun, drops the magazine out of it, and says something to the effect of, well, you know, let's see if it's empty. Holds it to the side of his head, pulls trigger, his life ends. What a tragedy. But even worse were a lot of the comments that followed that news story where people were basically, the anti-gun crowd was just jumping up and down going, yay, yay, you know, there's another gun guy that's dead. I mean, really? Where's your humanity in this stuff? So let's talk about safety from maybe a little bit different perspective. What do I have here? I have a knife. And yes, for you knife aficionados out there, this is a buck knife. It is a fixed blade. Now, would you take this knife and would you put it up beside your head and press it in to see how far it would go? No, of course not. No sane person in the world is going to do that. Are you going to take it and you're going to just start stabbing yourself to verify that it's sharp? No, you won't do that. If somebody is handing you said knife, will you take your hand and wrap it around the blade and then take it from that person? No, you would not. Why? Nobody wants to go to the ER basically for doing something that's stupid. I mean, you're going to cut yourself. It's a knife. Every one of you handle knives. You handle knives because you cook with them. You use it to, you know, slice up your steak when you have steak. And for other tasks, opening boxes, whatever. And for those of us that had our first pocket knife when we were like 5 years old, what's one of the things that happened? We ended up cutting ourselves. And when did it usually occur? It occurred when we closed it. Well, once you do that, you tend to not want to do it again, so you develop a very firm respect for the knife. Now, with handguns, on the other hand, perhaps it's because mistakes happen because there's nothing sharp and pointy on it. It seems pretty inert, pretty innocuous. But the fact of the matter is, it isn't. You and I know what these things can do. But sometimes people forget about the basics of safety. Safety needs to be constantly ingrained into us, because you wouldn't want to take your car out in the middle of a blizzard and drive 100 miles an hour, because what's going to happen? You're going to end up in a ditch and you could die. By the same token, you're not going to want to be playing with a gun. These things are not to be played with. We need to respect them. So always trust but verify when it comes to handling firearms. Safety is paramount. You'll always hear me talk about gun safety. And it's not because I want to be a safety Nazi or anything like that, but I want to retain you as viewers. I want you coming back to the channel. I don't want anybody getting hurt. So always treat the gun, A, like it's loaded, B, always verify, do a safety check. I know there are people out there that are going, well, you know, you don't need to do press checks, you don't need to do this, that, you know, people are just nuts when it comes to safety. Now, it's better to be safe than to be sorry, because missing something can cost you your life. And life is too precious for something like that to happen. So anyway, enough of that. I hope that little analogy helped a little bit. And until next time, thanks for watching. And everybody, have a good one and be safe out there.